2 blocks if you guys have them.
Nothing.
I won't hurt you. Do you love that movie, Becca?
I don't.
What movie?
Oh, Isle of Dogs.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I like that one. It was really good.
I know. I
Yeah.
can't get it out of my head.
I just watched a different animation yesterday. It was like something of the sea. It was on Netflix, and it's about like a Nordic or Scandinavian myth. I don't know. I thought you would like it.
Yeah. Will you send me a link?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, you guys, good morning. So 2 blocks if you have them. I have several here because I prefer these for practice, but they're heavy for what we're going to use them for in the beginning, which is abs. So I have a lighter pair and then a heavier pair, but it's just be awesome if you have any blocks at all. And you don't need them. They're just part, fun. Okay, so we're going to lie down. Lie down and you can let your feet be wide and let your knees fall in. And hands somewhere on your torso. And take one of your blocks. So if you do have a heavy one, or any one, put it on your pelvis, stomach area. So kind of right where the seam of your legs are. So you have some heft there. You could use a pillow or a book, anything kind of heavy. And you're going to take the back of your waist toward the floor. And then let yourself breathe freely. Allowing the block to rise and fall with the breath. Oh yeah, that reminds me to mute everybody. So you're going to be officially muted. And while I'm standing, Randy, just slide your head back a tiny bit so there's a little more traction for your neck. Mm-hmm. Good, that's good. I like how you guys have all improvised. And a few more rounds of breath here. And then you're going to take the block, if you have one, and set it. I'm switching this out, just so I'm being very transparent about this. And I'm taking a lighter block, and I'm placing it on the, let's see, I think it's the widest way. Widest and shortest, on the front of my thighs, and my elbows into the block. And I'm going to take the side, and so if you didn't have a block, you can just imitate this. And honestly, you can create the sensation without one, just mentally. I mean, I've done this a lot, so maybe it's easier for me, but you can definitely just imagine that you're pushing into one and create it. I'm pressing my elbows into the block, and my thighs are holding it in place on the other side. So I'm creating this isometric pressure. And then I'm taking the back of my waist down because it would be really tempting to flare the ribs here. In fact, I'm wanting to. And then my feet are very active. I'm flexing my feet as I take the back of the waist down. And I'm trying really hard to keep my neck out of this. Pressing elbows into the thighs and really into the block, or thighs, and thighs toward the elbows. And now breathe in whatever way you can, and the breath will be more limited. And keep letting that pressure build and constrict across the abdominal wall, constriction. And then take the block into your hands if you have an actual block and place it back where it was, heavy on the pelvis. And just observe your breath once again, letting it be free. And the breath has a way of, when we constrict and then release it, of getting bigger, which is great. We want that now. So it grows more robust after it's been constricted. Now we're going to turn the block so it's on its longest, it's in its longest direction. We're going to place it on the front of the left thigh. We're going to take the left elbow onto one end of the block and have the other on the thigh above the knee. So same idea, but we're same, left. And the head stays on the floor. And push the thigh into the elbow and the elbow into the thigh, or use your imagination. And imagine there were a block you could push into. And this creates a little different alignment because the knee is directly over the hip. And keep doing this, neck out of it, head heavy, until you're trying to feel constriction or engagement on that left side, affirming. And then keep that mentally if you're working just in your imagination, or literally if you're working in the block. And you can raise the right leg up. So I'm raising it also to table, not straight. I'm going to sweep a straight right arm behind me and stretch my right leg out in front of me. Coming back to a bent knee and a straight arm, I reach my right arm forward toward the front of the mat as I draw the knee in line with the other. And then extend arm and leg away from one another. Keep the tension on that left side in place as you begin to work that right side. We'll do 5. See how stable you can stay in the pelvis. Try not to rock. 4, 3, extending in opposite directions. 2, and try to keep it really smooth like you're on gliders. And don't use your spine. 1, and relax it down. Place the block, if you have one, on your pelvis again. Let your shoulders be heavy. And breathe. You might feel the sides of the chest expanding more. You might feel the circumference of the diaphragm. You might even find that you're greedy in a way for breath. You're like really desiring more, and that's good. Becca is practicing with us. She's outside in Oregon and the air looks so fresh. I'm like imagining I'm breathing that in right now. And we're going to take the block, if you have one, to the right side. And again, longest distance of the block. Elbow onto the short end and thigh on the other short end. Left foot is on the ground and my neck is relaxed. My head is extending back. I'm pressing the elbow into the block, thigh into block, until I feel the muscles on my right side engage, including the ones on my back, my right shoulder blade. Now I'm going to keep that really strongly engaged, that engagement present in my brain, and I'm going to lift my left arm and leg. Begin to extend the arm back and the leg forward, and continue doing that movement. What would probably be most natural is to inhale on the way out and exhale on the way in, I want you to reverse that. So I want you to exhale as you reach the leg and arm apart, and inhale as you pull them closer together. And at least for me, I really feel my abs differently when I do it that way. And do 3 more. Trying to keep the spine super quiet for now. So we're just gliding and using abdominal muscles. And reach it and release down. Place the block on the pubic bone again and observe your breath. Take the block, same shape, lengthwise. You're going to lift your leg and we're going to cross body. So we're going to take the right elbow to the block on the left side. So block's on my left thigh. You could use a book, but that'd be really heavy, or a pillow. A pillow would be great, I think, just to have something to press into. Okay, so that elbow is going to go into the block and the thigh into the block. We're just crossing. Head is still staying down. We're going to now push elbow into the block and thigh into block until you feel that engagement. And take the sides of the waist down. And then draw that right leg up, left arm up. And we're going to extend our same thing as before. We're just going across the body. So leg and arm away from each other and draw it in. And playing with the breath, you might try that way that comes more naturally or work against the grain. Keep taking the sides of the waist down. For 3. Keeping the spine still. 2. And 1. And you're pulling with those abdominals, reaching and release. And we'll go right to the other side. Take the left elbow to the block or right thigh. Left foot on the floor for now. And find that engagement, that diagonal engagement. So maybe obliques. And take the side, ooh, this side I really feel, it's had a chance to kind of wake up. And I'm using my left foot to take the sides of my waist down. A little bit. Yeah, and I'm feeling those front ribs drawing down and pubic bone toward breastbone, breastbone toward pubic bone. Keep everything engaged there and draw the left leg up. Add more tension on the block and take arm and leg apart. So left leg comes in as the right arm goes forward. And I keep that tension on the block side. And do a few rounds here and observe your breath. I think I just saw Eric walk by, Randy. Maybe we can recruit him. For 3, 2, squeeze it, and 1, and place your foot down, take your hand to the block, and knees together, block on pubic bone, sweep your arms back, take the sides of the waist down, hook your thumbs, and pull your arms behind you. Widen the arms apart, but keep those thumbs hooked. And stretch your rib cage, kind of slide it back toward your head. Slide the head back, squeeze the thighs, and you'll feel your waist narrow, narrow, narrow. And then switch the cross of the thumbs. Put tension on the thumbs, stretch, and relax the arms. Take the block to the side, roll to the side, and come on up. And we're going to come into a quadruped position, all fours. Spread your fingers out wide. Press down through your thumbs And you'll notice often in hand positions in yoga that the index finger wants to get light. We want to work against that tendency and really press the index fingers down, the webbing of the hand between the thumb and the index finger down. So make that side heavy, and the pinky finger gets light. The ring finger stays heavy. Now push down through your hands and your shins, and just feel your belly muscles. Maybe they engage more readily, or maybe you just have more awareness. We're going to do something similar. We're going to widen the shoulder blades, roll the inside of the arms forward, so turn the inside toward the outside, and keeping it without sort of destabilizing, we're going to pick up the left palm and the right knee, just an inch or two, and put them down. And then left knee and right hand. And try to keep everything really in the center still, spine really still, and down. And do this a few times and really use those abdominal muscles we just found to pick up the leg. And it's really just the knee. And it's just a tiny little movement. Up and down. And then add a little bit of a crawl. So left hand back, right knee back. This cross lateral crawl, right hand back, left knee back. And I'm crawling back toward the back of my mat, really using those stomach muscles to do it. So this is kind of like when we went on the diagonal. And then crawl forward, left knee, right hand, right knee. All the way to the front of the mat. And I'm really squeezing, I'm making this an ab exercise as much as a brain exercise. When we get to the front of the mat, broaden the shoulder blades, pull the belly in. And we're going to, same sort of concept, reach the left arm forward, right leg back. Bring your left elbow to your right knee, but really use your abs rather than rounding the spine very much. Inhale, extend. Elbow to knee, pull in, and see if you can also use the hamstrings on that right leg. Inhale. Keep that left hip squeezing in toward the midline. Exhale as you pull in. Inhale as you extend out. Exhale as you pull in. What if we change that? Stay, inhale here. Exhale, extend. Inhale, pull in. Whoa. And exhale, out. One more. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, extend. Reach them as far apart as you can. And then release, hand down, knee down. Let's arch the back, give it a break for a moment. Tailbone up, chest up. Exhale, round, push into the hands, tuck tailbone, spread shoulder blades wide. Inhale, arch. Exhale, and round. Swing your head and your hips. Just give it a little bit of wiggle room. And then broaden the shoulder blades. Spin insides of arms towards outside. Press thumbs down, index knuckles down. And recruit the abs we found earlier. Reach your right arm and left leg back. And then bring your right elbow to your left thigh, remembering that feeling of the block, really engage the abs. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Inhale. And exhale. Let's reverse the breath. Inhale here with the elbow to the leg. Exhale, reach. Inhale, contract together. Exhale, extend apart. Inhale. Reach arm and leg apart, stretch it. And bring hand down, leg down. Tuck your toes, look up, and push back to a standard dog. Bum in the air. Bend the knees and send the hip carriage way up, up, up. And move your head left to right and to and fro. And push through the hands. I'm not going to say any more,
for now, just for now. I want you to tune into your breath.
And then walk your feet up to where your hands are. Bend the knees and release the sitting bones back and apart. Pull your heart forward. So I'm clawing the ground with my fingertips and moving my chest as far away from my bum as I can, even getting a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, fold, flexion through the spine, hips folding, head dropping. Inhale, lifting through the chest, firm the belly. Sweep the arms out and up. Hold your left wrist with your right hand, turn the left palm up, push down into the left foot, and bend over toward the right. C-curve your rib cage up as you bend into that right waist. Pushing down through the floor, inhale, reach back up, hold the right wrist. Inhale, push down through the right foot and bend over to the left. Send your ribs slightly more to the right. Imagine them accordioning, like an accordion opening, and turn left ribs toward right ribs, pressing that right palm away from you to the left. Woo. Push down into the ground. Inhale, rise, hook your thumbs. Pull the thumbs apart as you lift the chest. Look up, face is looking at the sky or ceiling. Take the arms back, back, back. And come to neutral with the head. Separate the hands, bend the knees, fold. Inhale, lift the chest, sitting bones back. Exhale, left leg goes back. Lower the left knee to the ground and bring your hands up onto your front thigh. Heavy that left ankle and lean back a little bit so that left ankle gets even heavier, plugging it into the ground. Zip your right thigh back by pushing down through the right foot. We're just pulling that right thigh in and dragging that left shin isometrically forward. Find that firming in the front line of the body and take the thumbs up, arms up, opposite hook of the thumbs. Pull the arms apart. Keep zipping, keep working the legs and squeeze them toward the midline as well. Feeling those abs we found at the beginning. And then we're going to bend over toward the right. Separate the thumbs and twist over to the right, straight arm twist, left arm forward, right arm behind you. And then let that right hand hold that left thigh, reach that left arm up and over the ear. The belly is working. See if you can feel it holding your spine stable. Those look great. Bring your left hand down, tuck your left toes, lift the knee. Sweep the right arm up, and that left shoulder blade, it learned earlier where to go. Let it go there. Let it slide down your back. Push down through that right foot, glide that left hip slightly forward, turn left ribs toward right. Maybe you feel that right booty. Slide that right sits bone back, sweep the right arm over the ear. Turn left ribs toward right. Lean out. Spleen, liver. Bring the right hand down. Blocks are nice if they're there. Straighten that right leg, fold over the right shin. And bend the right knee, pull the heart forward. Just flushing out the leg. Straighten and bend. Straighten. Pull the heart forward. And we're going to step. You can have your blocks under your hands if you want to, onto that right foot. Supported warrior 3. Bend the right knee. Turn your left hip down so the hip bones are both facing the floor. Squeeze the material of the belly, the front body. Take your tailbone back and now straighten both legs. Neck is long. Breathe. Point your back toes and let's pulse here into the left buttocks for 10, 9, 8. Try to feel the hamstrings and butt a lot. And maybe the right side of your abs or maybe both. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the right knee, draw the left knee toward your left eye socket. Extend the leg back. And again, bend both knees, draw left knee toward left eye socket. Now, keep your trunk heavy like a zombie as you roll up to stand on right leg. Inhale, arms go high, right? So we're just standing on that right leg. Now, left hand is going to come to the front of the left shin and hold the shin. Or hand is going to slide down to big toe and straighten left leg out in front. Abs are strong, right arm is high. Bend the left knee. Bend the right leg, let go of the left foot or shin, chair pose. Bend the knees, send your hips back, arms up by your ears. Exhale and release, fold forward. Shake out the head. Inhale, bend the knees, sits bones back, heart forward. Exhale, right foot steps back. Push down through your left foot and recruit the left glutes. Recruit your tummy, neck long. Lower the right knee down. Point the back toes and bring your hands to your front thigh. Make the right ankle heavy. Push down on it. So my foot back there loves to sickle. I'm trying not to, but I totally am. I want my heel and foot in one line with the ankle and knee. Take the arms up, hook the thumbs, and use that hook to pull the back ribs up. Fiercely drag left heel back, right knee forward. Squeeze outer hips in, belly in. Keep growing up taller and taller with the sides of the waist. Remember in the beginning how I kept saying take the sides of the waist toward the floor? Do that here. Try to emulate that. Take the sides of the ribs back. Bend over to the left. Bow your ribs to the right. Keep the legs stable. Twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. Use your tummy. Make it really strong. Turn. Left hand to right thigh, right arm up by ear. Keep twisting. Right ankle heavy, legs working. Turn it. Clean it. Right hand down. Tuck right toes under, lift back knee. Left arm up, simple twist. Right shoulder blade slides down. Work your legs. Left heel back, right hip forward. Squeeze both in toward the middle. Sweep top arm over ear. Try to feel your left bum. Stick your butt out a little bit. Turn right ribs toward left. Left hand comes down. Straighten front leg. And bend a couple times. Straighten front leg. And bend. Couple of these. Yeah, to bend the knee, hold on, to straighten the leg, you push the foot. To bend the knee, you pull the foot, recruiting different muscles. Now put weight on that front foot, hands perhaps on blocks or clawed fingers, and come forward to supported warrior 3. Roll your hips toward the ground and lengthen your neck on all sides. Pushing down into the ground, just notice how that changes the muscles. Now bend your standing leg, draw your right knee into your right eye socket. Try to feel your abs more than you're rounding your back. You are rounding your back for sure. Try to feel the abs, pull the leg in. Extend it out and draw it in. Ooh, squeeze them. Let's do one more. Out Draw it in. Now, bend both knees, heavy the torso, and roll up. Almost like a reverse somersault. Hold the front of the right shin, left arm high. Push down into the standing leg. Recruit the belly. Maybe slide the fingers to the first toe, first two fingers, peace fingers. Grab that right big toe and extend the leg. Whatever. Just balance. Maybe it's a balance and stretch for 3. Stay strong in the front line. 2, 1. Rebend the knee if you've straightened it. Lower that foot. Stand in chair pose. Bend the knees, sit down low. And fold. Release. Shake it up. Inhale, bend the knees, pull the heart forward. Sits bones back and apart. Place the hands on the ground, left foot steps back, right foot steps back. Strong here, stabilize the spine, squeeze the outer hips. Widen your feet a little bit. Pick up left palm and right foot. Put it down. Right hand, left foot. Put it down. Let's walk it back. Right leg back, left palm back. It's a little easier from here actually. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right. Right, left. And walk it forward. Crawling. Cross lateral crawl here. Really good for the brain. Hold in plank. Tip forward till your shoulders are in front of your fingers. Then press your heels back. And you'll feel like so long and stretchy. Slide shoulder blades back. Neck long. Bend elbows halfway toward the ground. High side. Point the toes. Inhale. Rise up. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze your butt. Knees to the ground. Child's pose. Slide back. Breathe in deeply. Nice long exhale. Robust breath. Inhale. Exhale. Come forward onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees just an inch. Barely. Just even smaller, like 1/4 of an inch. Put them down. Recruit the abs to do this. So less toes, less palms, more abs, lifting the knees up. Drag hands back toward feet and feet toward hands, isometrically. Really feel those front body muscles turning on. Side body muscles too. Now from here, can we crawl? Oh my goodness. Left hand forward, right foot forward. Just a little bit, not raising the knees if possible. And back. It's harder. And then down dog. And then from all that work we've done, those little details, how do they inform this familiar shape? And how does this longer stretch inform the breath? Inhale, lift your heels and bend your knees. Plug your hands into the earth. When you jump, in fact, let's walk the feet a little closer to the hands. When you jump, jump your hips high. Send them up. And then let your feet drop by your hands. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Reach your head down. Bend the knees, come into chair. Stick your butt out so that you know you have options. Then tuck your tailbone. And then send your sits bones back. And a couple of these, rounding and arching, flexing and extending, just so that your spine knows it's not trapped. I think our spines freak out here a little bit. Fold and release. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, step your left leg back. Inhale, take your arms up by your ears. Hook your thumbs, squeeze your back leg straight. Hug your hips in, zip up the front body. Bend over to the right. Psoas, stretch here a little bit on that left psoas, yeah? Twist to the right, open arm twist. Right hand down the back leg, left arm up by the ear. Zip your legs, twist. Left hand down, right arm down. Right arm up, I mean. Oh, sorry. Spin to the outside of your left foot. Spin your right foot to the right. Stay here, or couple options. You could take the right foot into tree, or you could grab your big toe with your peace fingers and lift that right leg up and straighten that right leg to the sky. Seek the floor with that ball of the left foot. Reach that right leg up, hips up, ribs up. Nice, guys. Swing that right leg forward. Spin your back heel down. Let's take a warrior two, open it up. Reach forward, flip the right palm, reverse. Woo. Let's give the lymph a nice cleansing on that right side. With your left hand, sweep your hand across the skin from your ribs up to your armpit. Couple times, sweep, sending the lymph to the heart. Let's clean our gutters. And you might even notice way more range when you stop sweeping. Reach back with that right arm farther. Bend that right knee. Nice. Right hand to the right ankle. Left arm up. Sweep that left arm over ear. Turn right ribs toward left. Pushing down through left foot. Reach through left fingers. And bring the left hand down to the ground. Blocks or not, claws or not. Warrior three. Supported or hands to the heart. Balancing here. Or arms forward. Or arms back. Bend the right leg. Bend the left knee. Draw it toward you as your torso goes heavy. This is hard. Roll up to stand on one foot. Take the left knee out to the left and the right arm out to the right. Maybe you take a straight left leg, straightening that left leg off to the side. Maybe you look over the right hand. Beautiful, you guys. Bring it back to the left foot to the middle, right arm high. And then release left knee, left foot. And just hold here. Remember this? Remember the abs? Let them find the shape. And drop both feet down, chair pose. Bring your hands to your hips. Just a couple pelvic rocks here. Tucking under, flaring back. Just showing your body these options. It does not love being trapped. Some hearts don't mind. The low back, not a fan. Sits bones back, tail heavy, arms up, quads get a nice little workout here. Tummy in, reach the arms by the ears, and fold forward. Inhale, look up, sitting bones back, and step your right foot back, left foot back, plank. Drag your wrists toward your ankles and ankles toward wrists. Serratus engage. Yeah, now widen your feet a little bit. Pick your right foot up and take your left arm forward. And put it down. And left foot up and right arm forward. Try not to destabilize by turning your spine and bring it down. One more time, left arm forward, right leg back, hold, and then put it down. Right arm forward, left leg back. Put them down. Widen your back. And bend the elbows halfway to the floor. Point the toes up, dog. Whew. And down dog. Stretch it back. Left leg lifts. Draw your knee to your chest and step your left foot to your thumb. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Hook your thumbs, opposite hook. Lift pubic bone toward breastbone. Slide the sides of your waist back. Reach your arms up. Straighten both legs. Back leg only. Tip over to your left. Bend. Flare your ribs to the right. pull the arms apart. Now let them separate as you twist to the left, but the hips turn, counter turn to the right. Stabilize the spine. Left hand to back leg, right arm by the ear. Twist farther. Warrior two, opening up. Left foot is forward, right leg is back, chest opening to the right. Tailbone heavy. Reach forward, flip your left palm and reverse. Take your right hand and just brush your skin from the bottom of your ribs up to the armpit. Sweep the limbs. Sweep those gutters. At the nipple line, so you're on the side where the like in line with the nipple, bring the fingers forward a half an inch. There'll be a sore spot. Find it and rub that sore spot right there. That's the pancreas reflex point. If it's sore, rub a little more. It'll feel like almost a little bumpy. And then if the stretch wants to go deeper, let it. Take it a little farther. And then left hand down to the ankle. Right arm up to the sky. Sweep the right arm over the ear. Push down through your right foot. Reach to the right arm. Turn left ribs toward right. Right hand comes down. Spin to the outer blade of your right foot. Place that left foot maybe into tree, or take your peace fingers to the big toe and send that left leg up. Raise the hips up, ribs up, leg up. When you're ready, step that left foot forward. Place the hands on either side of the foot, bend the back knee, and launch yourself forward into warrior three. Hands can be on the ground, or at the heart, or in front of you, or behind you. Any of those options. Neck is long. Draw the right knee toward the front of the mat. Bend the standing leg. And see if you can roll. Roll up. Hold the front of the right shin. Left arm high. Either staying here, opening the knee to the right, arm to the left, or extend that right leg. Either option. Turn the head left. Bring it back to the middle. Then releasing that right leg. Bend both knees, chair pose. Fold, interlace the hands behind you. Widen your feet apart. Bend the knees deeply. Reach the fist back, heart forward, and then fold. Resting your torso on the bolster of your legs. Bend the elbows. Glide shoulder blades closer together and slightly down toward your buttocks. And then rinse deeper, bringing those arms, bringing the fist farther forward. Straighten the left knee. Feel the abdominals as you twist to the right. And back to the center. Switch the cross of your fingers. Squeeze the elbows toward each other, shoulder blades toward each other, and down away from the ears. Then bring the heaviness of the fist forward as you deepen the flexion. Then the right knee twists to the left. You can take the arms more to the right. Maybe feel the joy of your triceps. And back to the center. Release the hands. Reach the arms in front of you like you're holding on to a cement block. And let your bum come down toward your heels. Can you raise the arms? And slowly lower your bum. Take your block, if you have one, and you're going to put it between the soles of your feet. like a crab. I would get a pillow. So if you don't have a block, get something, get a pillow, just so your feet have something to grip. So in Baddha Konasana feet, my soles of the feet are holding this, like hands, like a baby. Reach the arms forward, and I'm gonna segmentally, so tucked my tailbone, I've hollowed my belly, and I'm gonna try to roll down it segmentally, like as if I could go one vertebra at a time. As I come down, sides of the waist to the floor, my feet come up overhead. And I'm gonna squeeze the pillow or block of my feet. The straighter the legs are, the harder this is. You're gonna take your legs forward toward the floor and arms back. I'm gonna keep the head out of this. But a few times I'm just gonna reach the arms toward the ceiling, feet back to that first position. And then again, slowly lowering my crab legs, arms back, and squeeze sides of the waist down to lift the feet. The more you concentrate, the harder this is. And do a few on your own. Experimenting with that inhale and exhale. Again, it makes sense to inhale out, exhale in. So trying the opposite is always interesting. For me, I'm going to meet you here. So I'm staying in Baddha Konasana, and I've brought the block to the ground. I'm going to press the palms of my hands down by my side and take a few resting breaths. While I'm doing that, I'm going to slide my shoulder blades onto my back properly because they did not land well. I'm actually going to blow through my lips like a pony. Inhale. And release tension from the muscles in my face and chest. Pushing the feet into whatever you're squeezing. I just want you to move the pelvis anteriorly and posteriorly. So like we did in chair pose, you're going to tuck your tailbone, rock the hips under, and then arch the back away from the floor. Again, to give yourself some options in what might be kind of challenging in a few moments. Keeping a subtle lower back curve, kind of the natural one. Squeeze whatever you're holding with your feet and raise your buttocks up. Slowly, segmentally roll back down. Arch the back more deeply, and then flatten the curve. See what I did there? COVID joke. Lift the hips straight up, and then non-segmentally, so just lower down. We're going to use the hips. If you want this harder, raise the arms so that you're not stabilizing with those, and lower. And we're trying not to segment. Come straight up. And I'm using my feet and down. The next time we go up, let's stay there. Come on up. So the feet are going to keep hugging. And I'm going to start to take my right leg toward the floor. I'm going to let that left side turn toward the right a little bit. I'm feeling those abs on the left side like we did in the beginning when we did the just one-sided. And then lift that right side up and left side goes down. Squeezing a lot with my feet. And I'm waiting until I feel that right side kick on in my abs and back up. And do this a few times. Steering right, and you can turn the hips a little. Really, we're looking for that engagement in the core and left. Try to stay stable in the spinal column. And right, and left, and center, squeeze your feet, and come down in one piece. Relax the arms, relax the knees out to the side. You might find your Supta Baddha Konasana is a little deeper. And breathe here. Woo. Adding on. Make sure your feet are holding the thing, whatever it is. Relax your neck. It's easier with the arms down. It's more challenging with the arms up. Okay, holding on with your feet, raise the hips, one piece. Okay, now we're gonna tip toward the right, and that right outer foot is pressing hard into the ground. We're gonna see if we can lift that left knee up. We lift that left knee, maybe we straighten that left leg. And then rebend and bring it back to the outer edge of the block. Center. Tip to the left. Push into the outer edge of that left foot and pick the right knee up. Maybe extend that right leg. Rebend the knee and find the outside of the block. And let's keep going. Tip toward the right, maybe arms are up. Left side lifts, extend the left leg. Left side down. It's like a weird crab walk. And extend. And maybe you can do this without tipping to the side. So staying center, pushing to the outer edge of the right foot, extend left leg, rebend left leg, we'll lift the right, straighten right. Or maybe you regress this back to where we started if this is too much. Do this a few times, side to side, playing with this. I'm gonna end, you guys are doing awesome, with that left side. And hold, regrip the block, lift the bum, butterfly bum up, yeah? And then open the arms and glide safely down. Soles of the feet are holding the block still. Maybe rock the knees a little left and right. Hands back to the trunk. And just observe the natural reflex of the breath. While I turn off the teapot. Okay. All right, now if you have two blocks, you are going to stack them the wide way at the end of the mat. If you don't, just stack two pillows or two books. You're gonna put your left heel on those blocks and bend the right knee. You're going to you want your foot on the inner edge of the block. So the heel's on the blocks, plural, and it's on the inside edge, so that when I open my hips toward the left, and I feel my abs on the right, I'm on the outside edge of my left foot. Now raise your bum. So you're like in this weird half bridge. My left foot's on the, yeah, good. And you guys, you look good, like you got this. Now, what's important, there are a bunch of things, but one is that your left leg, that's the straight one in my case, the outer edge of the foot is on the lift, and I'm pulling that leg into my body. If you have weak knees, weak ankles, make sure to bend something like the knee so that you have more muscle, right? I don't want you to hyperextend here or kind of collapse. So take this slowly. Arms up is harder, but you might want the hands down just to get a sense. And then see if you can lift that right leg up. Draw the knee in and extend that right leg, maybe. Maybe the knee's enough. Pull it in, just hold, and then put the right foot down. Raise the hips up and lower. Yeah, let's scooch over. We'll just do this once. Scooch over, place the right heel on the inside edge of the block. Left foot is flat. Let's rotate first. Rotate the hips to the right. Push the outer edge of the right foot down onto the block and lift your hips up. Squeeze that right thigh into the body, maybe a little slack in the knee. Maybe arms are up, I don't know. And then draw your left knee up and straighten the leg. I'm keeping my arms down. So you're externally rotated and lifting. And then bend and come on down. Yikesies. All right, take the blocks, separate them. And I have them the wide way. I'm going to turn toward you just so you can see. And I'm sitting up for now in a comfortable Upavishta. My blocks are the wide way. And I'm like a little kid in a sandbox. So I'm going to tuck my tailbone under, round my shoulders forward, and suck my core back. Suck it back. Okay, now I'm going to bend my knees a little so I can find my hamstrings. I'm bending my knees and I'm dragging my heels back. Your arms can be down or up. I'm going to raise my left leg over the block and back out. And my right leg is going to hopscotch or jump rope to the center and back out. And just a few of these fun little, yeah, and more of a, I can't tell Sally, but maybe more of a C curve, like really suck. Yeah, you're good, okay. And then when you've done that a few times, you're gonna walk your bum back. So you're gonna crawl with your bum back and then forward. And so you can really ponder out and back. And forward. You can really feel that. And then land there and drag your heels isometrically back and suck the belly so much. So round your back, round it, and suck that belly like you've been punching the stomach. Back. Okay. Relax your hands down. Isn't that crazy? And bring your feet to the middle. Place your left leg, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see, on top of the right. So I've crossed my legs. Now, internally rotate them. So you roll them on top of each other. Yeah, no, yeah, it's just definitely there. And then find that C curve again, that round. Okay, now, like we did when we lifted the leg, we had to somehow figure that out. We're gonna lift them both. Into this weird Navasana boat. Hands could be down, suck the belly in, and like we did with the thumbs, try to pull the ankles apart. Lift higher, and then lower to the sacrum. Reach the legs forward, arms back, and try to come back up. Reaching hands toward toes. Lift the toes a little higher, and go back, and zip line up, and back, and up, and back, and up. Uncross, bend the knees, hold the shins, or hold behind the legs, I think, and lift the chest. Look all the way up. Let's sweep the lymph here. Fingers at the front of the chin, slide down the neck and down the collarbones, just sweep, sweep, sweep. And then take the fingers from the center of the chin to behind the ears. You might even feel that chill. And then from behind the ears, level the head and sweep down straight from behind the ears over the collarbones. Cross your arms and sweep from the outer shoulders to the center and then down. So I'm going across and then straight down the middle. And you might feel like a nice coolness. If not, well, either way, stick your tongue out. If you have that ability to fold your tongue like a taco, do that and breathe across your tongue. If you don't, just stick your tongue out and breathe across your tongue. Like you're catching, like it's called a leaf catcher breath. Like you're trying to catch rain on your tongue. That's really good if you, hot flashes people. Okay, flex your feet and find that engagement again. So dorsiflex the feet, make them really active. Suck your legs in, round your back. Then walk the feet in and cross the opposite leg on top. Internally rotate the legs on top of each other. Take your hands behind the legs and let's activate. Press legs into hands, hands into legs. Find those deep muscles. And then if you're comfortable, maybe the hands are down, maybe they're up, and start to stretch those legs straight by trying to separate them. Slide to the sacrum, reach the arms back,
And pull the legs in. Shake them back. Arms back, legs forward. And draw. Maybe you're doing this with bent knees. I think that would be probably a lot more pleasant. Yeah. And let's do 3. Oh. And 2. And 1. Reach. Reach. And release it. Holy moly. Take your blocks. And this is where I was going before, but you're going to take them the wide way or pillows and put them at the front of your mat. And your heels are going to go on top. Then you're going to lie down in this elevated leg position. So slightly elevated. Shoulder blades find their home. Sides of the waist down. And with those parameters, observe your breath. The lymph are flowing. And let's give that a little more help attunement today. Spread your right thumb away from the 4 fingers. Place the thumb at the bottom of the rib cage, and the 4 fingers trace the left side of the ribs. And you're going to sweep off your body to the left several times. So thumb at the center or the bottom of the rib cage. Just sweep. Make this a meditation. You're just sweeping, cleaning the drain, cleaning out the drain. Getting the lymph, the spleen clean. Spleen clean. Twice more. And then take that same hand to the cheekbones, thumb on one side, 4 fingers on the other, and your other hand to the pubic bone. And take a few rounds of breath here. Every body part has a buddy that helps it align and help it to do its thing. These 2 places happen to be pumps of lymph. All right, then release your hands, bend the knees a little bit, legs are externally rotated. So you could rest here if you want to, or pull the legs into the hip socket and raise your booty. Bend the knees a little bit if you're hypermobile. And can you feel your outer hips and glutes? Maybe raise it up a little more. And then see if you can find a way to imagine segmenting yourself down. And we'll do it one more time. Tuck the tailbone a little bit, press through heels, bend the knees, and lift the buttocks up. Maybe they barely move. Okay, if you're really feeling this, you can externally rotate the legs, bend the knees, and try to lift one leg. And then the other. And maybe again, left side. And right side. And lift your center, lift, lift, lift. Feel that supercharge. And lower it down. Yeah. Walk yourself a little bit toward the front of the mat, bend the knees, rest the feet on the blocks or pillows, knees together. Let the body rest. Deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Kick one of the blocks to the side and take the other one between the inner edges of the feet. So not Supta Baddha Konasana, but like bridge. The feet are just subtly externally rotated, so slightly differently. The inner heels are squeezing the block. The toes are slightly away from it. And the feet are basically under your knees. We're gonna segmentally roll up. All the way up, really lift the chest. You might back at the bridge way. Like trolls are gonna run underneath you, fairies. Yeah, and then down segmentally, one vertebra at a time. Tummy is nice and taut. And a few more, bridge rolls up. Squeezing your heels into the blocks, thank you. And bridge rolls down. And then block singular, sorry. And roll it up, just massaging the spine. Onto the outer shoulders. really lifting the chest. It's gonna wanna lift because it's been repressed. And then back down. Turn your feet so they're slightly internally rotated, pigeoned, and let your knees touch, and the back goes wide, the belly hollows, breathe. Now parallel your feet. Squeeze the inner edges of the block. Find the natural curve of your low back and raise the hips straight up and straight down. Straight up. At first it's like whatever, but then it gets kind of hard and straight down. Like you're like, oh, I feel these muscles, and straight down.
The ice brush.
I don't know. No, I wouldn't trust it. And up and down and up. Now, can you feel the block? If you're like, yes, I can, and you're like, and I want more, take your hands by your shoulders, place the palms, and lift to the head. No weight on the head though. Weight is on the hands. Squeeze the block and go on up. And like, it does not feel amazing. Press your heart back, leg, knees forward, stretch it. Oh, and come on down. Didn't need to say a lot about it because the body's just been figuring this out this whole time. It's just been on this journey. Roll your hands. Lotus rolls through the mud in the SHIT. Dredge it through. No. Dredge it through. Blossom it open. And let the soles of the feet hug the block. They move forward and come into that Supta Baddha Konasana. But super casual, so the feet might just be heels on the block, toes away. And I'm even more in a diamond shape, like a Tarasana. Take a deep breath here. Open the mouth, exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. You're going to stay here, or another option is to take this into Karnapidasana. So same thing, just like a forward bend version. So you could either take it, like roll to the side and take the same shape in a forward fold, but what I'm going to recommend is that you take the feet back behind you, knees hold the temples. You can cross your ankles like we did in that Navasana, and squeeze your head like an orange that you're juicing with your knees. Or you could stay right where you were. One of the things we're doing if you're in the forward fold version or the backward fold version is we're symbolically or hopefully literally withdrawing our senses inward, withdrawing from the outer world and drawing in. This is one of the stages on the way to deeper meditation and ultimately bliss, finding the bliss body. If you crossed your ankles, switch the cross. Samadhi, bliss body. Samadhi. Same as the universe, Sama. And then staying in this place where your senses are looking inward, slowly roll down. Yeah. Extend the legs all the way out. Hold your head in your hands and lovingly rock your head, giving your neck all the traction that it wants. Scan your body, see if you're in some sort of alignment, or are you all akimbo. Often I'll just have one leg at a weird angle. And then using the scan, place your head in the center as you lower your head down, the center between the shoulders. Tucking the shoulder blades softly under, bring the arms down. You'll feel that the heart is buoyed slightly. This counteracts any severe melancholy that could come from this position or this practice of releasing the body and dying. It can be a bit somber. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and sigh out. Please breathe in deeply. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. Hold your breath at the top. Exhale. And let the breath go. Body heavy. The masks of self slipping away. Releasing the easier things first. Other people's stuff that we're holding. Other people's stories. Release everything to the earth for it to be transformed. Like an old sweater that is ready to be unraveled and reimagined. Once you've pulled that thread, let it begin to go. Take a deep breath in. The light slowly turning back on. And exhale it out. Slowly taking your time, breathe in. And exhale. All the lights beginning to turn on. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, stretch the arms back, legs forward, bend the left knee, roll to the right side. Pause here and skillfully breathe into your back. Vitality, breathing in through the back body, the lungs in the back. Connecting to hope and faith and love in their purest frequencies through the back body. We are able to take them in. Perhaps slightly less filter. Pushing down through the left hand, rise, finding a seat. Feeling the structure of this seated pose. Pick any one of those three: hope, faith, love. How do they inform this body? This new version of the sweater. Reach the hands up. Try out the sleeves. Press the palms together and slide them down into the heart. The thumbs are pressing into the heart. They stay in that part of you that drew in, that withdrew from the world and drew inside. It's as though they're in the center of this labyrinth, the heart of you. And the pinky fingers extend out to the world. Notice that contrast. And we'll use this as we find the sound of Om within ourselves and connect to one another. Inhale. Bringing the thumbs to the forehead. So that part that was for you. The part that is always in deep reflection and meditation. Be connected to the seat of our intuition, the home of our ancestors, where their wisdom is stored within us. And we vow a deep gratitude for this wisdom, for this knowledge, for this compassion, for this love. Namaste. Blessings to all of you. Thank you so much for joining together this morning. Love you guys. Love you, love you, love you. I'm going to just turn it on so I can hear you, or you can unmute yourself. Thank you. Yeah.
Sarah, thank you so much. I'm sorry I was late. My son was in town for one night. I haven't seen him in 6 months, and then he was driving to Florida. So thank you.
Oh, thanks, Sally. I'm so glad you came.
Yeah, he's driving there. He's a grown up, so it's okay, but it's a long drive. Yeah.
Still, it's far.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm glad you got to see him, Sally. I'm glad you made it.
Thank you for making time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everybody. I hope you have an awesome day. Bye, Becca. Stay safe out there. Monica! Woo! You guys, it was Monica's first class.
Oh, what?
Yes, well, with us. Welcome her. Thanks, Caitlin. Bye, Karen.
Hi, Sarah.
Bye.
Hi, Neely.
Bye, you guys. See you later. Have an awesome day.